In this class, in surface area and volumes, we'll discuss about surface area of cone and surface area of sphere. First, let's see what will be the surface area of cone. As we know, this is a cone. An example of cone can be a birthday cap, an ice cream cone. So this is a cone. We all know that this is called slant height of cone. This is curved surface of a cone. If it is closed, so this is a plane surface of cone, and this one is the circumference of a cone. Now when we have to find curved surface area of this cone, we will cut this cone like this. After cutting the cone, this one vertically like this, we will get a figure like this. Now we can see this, the slant height. We cut it along the slant height. So this slant height, this is, we are representing slant height by L. This is slant height L, and this one is the circumference of cone 2 pi r. As we can say, this is 2 pi r, or we can say circumference of base of cone, and this one is a slant height of cone L. Now we have to find curved surface area of cone will be equal to area of this plane figure, because when we cut the cone we get plane figure of this shape. Now we can divide this figure into so many triangles which are very near to each other, like this. Now you can see this one is L slant height, and this L slant height, you can see as this is the quadrant. Quadrant means a circular shape, fourth part of a circle. So you can see this is L, this will also be L, this will also be L, and if we divide this in the parts, we can see very small triangles which are very near to each other can be drawn. Now this total is 2 pi r. Suppose this base is B1, this base is B2, this base is B3. If I say find the area of this triangle, then we know that area of triangle will be equal to half base. Base here we are taking B1, half base multiplied by height. Height, their height is L. Suppose for second triangle base is B2, again half base means B2 into height. Height is L, as all these are equal to L. So curved surface area of cone will be equal to, as we are dividing this in very small triangles which are very near to each other, this one is L, all this one is L, and this we are taking it as a base of triangle. Suppose this is B1, this one is B2, this one is B3, B4, so on, and this complete is 2 pi r. So surface area of cone will curved surface area of cone will be half B1 into L plus half B2 multiplied by L plus half. Suppose this figure is divided in n triangles, so half Bn multiplied by L. If we can take out common half L, B1 plus B2 up to Bn, and we can see B1 plus B2 plus up to Bn, that is equal to 2 pi r, means circumference of base of cone. So we can write half multiplied by L, and this complete can be written as 2 pi r. 2 can be cancelled, it will be equal to pi r L. So curved surface area of cone can be calculated by the formula pi r L. Curved surface, we know two faces are there in a cone. If it is closed, one is curved surface and other is plane. Plane surface, plane, this one base, this is the shape of a circle. So if we have to find TSA of cone, total surface area of cone, that will be equal to CSA of cone plus base area. And we know the shape of base of a cone is circle. So pi RL plus pi R square, that will be equal to pi r common, L plus R, where L, suppose you don't know L, H is known, this one H is known, R is known. We can see that this is H, this is R, this is 90-degree right angle, this one is L, hypotenuse of right triangle. So L can be calculated as L square is equal to R square plus H square, or L is equal to square root of R square plus H square. So this way we can find TSA of cone and CSA of cone, whatever is required. Now for sphere, now we are going to discuss about sphere. We can see this is an example of sphere. Now we have to find surface area of sphere. For this we are taking this ball and we will wound a string around this ball till then it covers completely like this. Okay, now after covering it completely, we will unwind the string or thread, and after doing this we will find the diameter of this ball. After finding the diameter of this ball, what we will do, we will draw the 4 circles with the same measurement of that diameter which this ball is having. Whatever diameter is having this balls, with same diameter we will draw 4 circles, and after doing that, whatever string was unwound, we will cover these 4 spheres with that string, and what we will observe, the total length which was required to cover the surface of this ball, that total length of string is covering completely the 4 circles of the 4 circles with the same diameter. It means that the surface area of this ball will be equal to area of 4 circles with same diameter as of sphere. So suppose this ball is also having, or this sphere is also having radius r, it means these 4 circles are of also same radius r. So 4 r pi r square plus pi r square plus pi r square plus pi r square, 4 pi r square. So surface area of a sphere will be equal to 4 pi r square. Now surface area of hemisphere, that will also half of surface area of sphere, means 2 pi r square. This is surface area of sphere 4 pi r square, surface area of hemisphere 2 pi r square. Now suppose we have to find total surface area of hemisphere. This is curved surface area of hemisphere. Curved surface area of hemisphere means only this part. Curved face. Curved surface area of hemisphere will be half of surface area of hemisphere. Now if we have to find total surface area of this hemisphere, so there will be one curved surface. This is curved surface, and this one is plane face, that is circular shape. So what will be total surface area of hemisphere? That will be equal to CSA plus pi r square. CSA is 2 pi r square, and area of this base area is pi r square. So TSA of hemisphere will be 3 pi r square. See question 5 of exercise 13.3. What length of tarpaulin 3 meter wide, it means width of cloth is 3 meter, will be required to make a conical tent. We have to make a conical tent with this cloth of height 8 meter. Height of cone is 8 meter and base radius is 6 meter. So we have to find the length of tarpaulin cloth. And one more thing is given, that assuming that extra length of material that will be required for stitching margins and wastage is approximately equal to 20 centimeter. Means while making this conical tent from this tarpaulin cloth, the 20 centimeter extra cloth is required for making the margin apart from this length. Now what we will do, if we have to find that how much cloth is required to make this conical tent, it means CSA of this cone is required. Firstly, that CSA of this cone will be equal to area of this rectangular cloth. So CSA of cone, as we know, the formula of CSA of cone is pi r l. Pi is given here, pi is given 3.14 in question, so we will take 3.14. R is given 6 meter. L is not given. H is given, R is given, and we know the relation between L, R and H is L square is equal to R square plus H square. So L is equal to square root of R square plus H square. This is L, slant height. L square is equal to R square plus H square. This way we get L is equal to 10 meter. Now we can see that the units are same, so no need of conversion here. Now length of tarpaulin cloth required will be equal to area of tarpaulin required upon width of tarpaulin. Now area of tarpaulin required, that we have calculated 188.4 meter square. How much area of this tarpaulin is required? That will be equal to CSA of cone. We can say this will be equal to CSA of cone upon width of cloth. Now CSA of cone is 188.4. Width of tarpaulin is 3 meter. 188.4 divided by 3 is equal to 62.8 meter. This much actual length of tarpaulin is required to make the conical tent of this measurements. Now how much is required for making the margin and for stitching and wastage? That is 20 centimeter extra cloth is required. So if we convert 20 centimeter in meter, we get 0.2 meter extra is required, and this much is required. Actual length for cloth is this, and this one is for wastage or stitching or margin. So 62.8 plus extra required length will be added, and we will get 63 meter. Now one more example from exercise 13.4 and question number 8. A hemispherical bowl is made of steel. There is a hemispherical bowl. This one. It is made of steel 0.25 centimeter thick. Means this thickness of this bowl is 0.25 centimeter. The inner radius of the ball is 5 centimeter. Means this inner radius is 5 centimeter. Small r, you can say, if we are considering inner radius as a small r, and outer radius will be equal to inner radius plus thickness. Means this one, total of inner radius plus thickness will give outer radius. So inner radius is given 5 centimeter, thickness of hemispherical bowl is given 0.25 centimeter. For outer radius of the wall, what we will do, inner radius plus thickness, that is the outer radius of the bowl. Now outer CSA of the bowl, that will be equal to 2 pi r square, as it is asked in the question, find the outer CSA of the bowl. So outer CSA of the bowl is 2 pi r square. Pi we know 22 by 7, it is already given in the question that pi is 22 by 7. R we have calculated 5.25 centimeter. Put the value, will get the answer, that is 173.25 centimeter square. Now suppose we have to paint. It is not asked in this question, but suppose we have to paint the curved surfaces of this bowl from inside and outside. So how much area we have to paint? For this, what we will calculate? Curved surface area to be painted will be equal to outer CSA, that will be 2 pi capital R square, plus inner CSA means 2 pi small r square. If we are taking capital R as the outer radius and small r as the inner radius. Now see one more example. Question number 7. The diameter of moon is approximately 1/4 of diameter of earth. Find the ratio of their surfaces. Let's take diameter of earth is d1. It is given in the question that diameter of moon is 1/4 of diameter of earth. Means diameter of moon will be 1/4 d1. Now we know that radius is the half of diameter. If diameter of earth is d1, then radius of earth will be d1 upon 2. Same way, if diameter of moon is 1/4 d1, then radius of moon will be half of it. It means half of 1/4 d1. This will be 1/8 d1. Now surface area of earth 4 pi r1 square, as r1 is the radius of earth. What is the value of r1? d1 upon 2. Put the value, solve, we get pi d1 square. Same with surface area of moon. For this 4 pi r2 square, as r2 is representing the radius of moon. What is the value of r2? 1/8 d1. So when we calculate this, we get pi d1 square upon 16. Now they are asking ratio of their surfaces. We know in ratio, we see the sequence, as they are giving diameter of moon is approximately 1/4 of diameter of earth. So surface area of earth ratio surface area of moon. Surface area of earth is S1, surface area of moon is S2. S1 is to S2, value of S1 is pi d1 square. Ratio, value of S2 is pi d1 square upon 16, means you can say pi d1 square divided by, ratio is there, so pi d1 square ratio this, it means pi d1 square divided by pi d1 square upon 16. When we change this sign into multiply, there will be reciprocal, pi d1 square pi d1 square will be cancelled, and final answer will be 16:1. It means the ratio of surfaces of earth and moon is in ratio of 16:1.